It's been a month since I launched my Amazon product, and we wanted to share with you the real results, to be 100% honest. And for me, it was mixed feelings. It's only been a month and I didn't do as well as I was expecting. I am super proud of myself for getting to this point already, and so many months went into creating the product, but I was hoping it would do a lot better than it did.
And for me too, I'm really proud of Ariana, but I was really expecting this product to blow up, and it did well, but I don't know if it did as well as I was hoping for it to do.
I think we procrastinated a lot, and for me, I wanted this product, my very first product, to be perfect, which is not very realistic at all.
And I think I helped with that procrastination because usually I've launched products before on Amazon, and now I'm teaching my girlfriend how to do it, and so I'm used to having all the control. So I kept also wanting things to be perfect, so I kept delaying the launch date, which ended up being one of the big mistakes. One of the big takeaways I want to talk about in this video is how to avoid that. And that's why I wanted to make this video, is for everyone that's about to launch a product on Amazon or about to start on their Amazon journey. I want to go over 3 things, and Ariana is going to share a lot in this video. And the 3 things are, first off, how I taught her to create and launch a product. I have a very different method than what anyone else is teaching out there. In my opinion, I think it's better. Then the second thing is we're going to go over her actual numbers, like all the numbers, be very transparent. We're going to share what her product is, which I know most people don't do, but I think it's a really cool product and I want to share it with you guys. And the last thing is we're going to go over the top 3 mistakes that we made. And these mistakes are my fault, and if we could do it over again, we would have done it totally different. We would have saved a lot of money, and
maybe our results at the end of the month would have been different.
They would have been a lot better.
Let's start with how we created the product. And I wanted to create passive income for myself. Apart from my full-time job that I wasn't fully enjoying, I wanted to pursue something a little more fun.
Yeah, and when she first came up to me asking me, how do I create passive income? At one point she's like, well, maybe I'll write a blog, maybe I'll do all this different stuff. And I make I do $40,000, $50,000 revenue, about $10,000 to $15,000 profit off Amazon from one of my products. And I wanted to teach her how to do this. And
I wanted to learn.
Yeah, and a lot of people teach private labeling on Amazon. And what I do is somewhat similar to that, but it's what I call creating a passion product. And you want to explain what a passion product is?
Yeah, it's something that you're excited about. It's something that's like new, or something that you've noticed that is missing in someone's life, and you wanted to create that and you're excited.
It's a unique product. It's rather than like private labeling is taking an already existing product and slapping your own label on it. Creating what I call a passion product is creating something unique, different, that doesn't already exist. And the next thing I want to talk about, we'll share a few more details on how to do it, but I'll explain what her product is and why it's unique. It was something that wasn't already out there. But one of the benefits of creating a passion product is you can do a Kickstarter. You want to talk about the Kickstarter?
Yeah, the Kickstarter is major, especially when you're starting off. And with me, I don't have that much money to even really create a product at the beginning. And so with Kickstarter, it's a great platform where you could share your idea. You can even have just a prototype of it. You don't even have to have the product yet. And you set yourself a goal. Mine was $5,000.
Which you hit?
Which I hit, which is
huge.
Great, in 1 month. So it's 30 days, or I think you can make it shorter depending on what you want. And that really boosted my confidence to really pursue the product, to be honest, because there was interest, people helped me raise my goal, and people were buying this product before it even existed.
So that $5,000 she raised on Kickstarter helped pay for the first production run. To be honest, it wasn't enough to cover the full first production run, but I really believe in this product, so I loaned her about $9,000. Yeah. The other part of this is creating what I call a product launch group. And the product launch group, they support you on Kickstarter, and then once you go launch on Amazon, they'll be one of the first ones in line to buy your product, and they'll leave review. Okay, so let's go into the numbers, and then let's share what Ariana's product is. So how many have you sold in this first month?
In the first month, 150, which is pretty good.
Yeah,
I was expecting more, but...
Yeah, I think we were both expecting it to be, we'll talk about, that was one of the big mistakes we made. We thought it was going to be a lot more than 150, but how much revenue does that translate into?
A little over $3,000.
So $3,000 revenue, and remember that doesn't include the Amazon selling fees. Amazon selling fees are about
$1,500?
almost $1,500, and there's the cost of the product. which is about almost $1,000. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, at that point, the profit, is not too high yet.
So all in all, it was about $1,000 profit. Now keep in mind, that doesn't count the total number. We still have a lot of units in storage, and the total number, I still have $7,000 worth of a loan that the company owes me. Technically it's our company, so the company still owes me. I honestly believe the number that we sold should have been a lot higher, and I take full blame for this. This was because I made 3 pretty big mistakes. The first mistake we made was our launch strategy, and even though we did a decent job, the launch group, which is the most important thing. If you get one thing out of this video, before you launch on Amazon, make sure you create a launch group.
It gets people excited. They're at the beginning stages of your product, so they're helping create it overall. You know, their opinions matter so much.
That's the whole point of the launch group, is before you even launch your product, you get people's opinion on what logo should I use? What do you think about this feature or that feature of the product? And when you finally do go to launch on Amazon, you'll have a ton of sales and a ton of reviews right away, which Amazon will see, and that will snowball into more sales. But
on top of that too, people in the launch group will share with their friends, who will share with their friends, so you're really getting a spread of people that will be interested.
And all that being said, even though Ariana did a good job with the launch group, I should have given her more tips on how to do an even better job. And since Pheno Cards, I've come up with a lot of different strategies on if I were to launch a product again soon, which I will be, I would make sure and do a lot of things differently. The second mistake is we took way too long to actually create the product and get it launched. From the time that we launched on Kickstarter to the time that we launched on Amazon was longer than it should have been.
So I waited till after the Kickstarter to even begin the process of researching for my product, getting in contact with a manufacturer, a designer, and so it took a while.
We waited even longer than that. I think this is where it comes back to fear. And I don't know how much, I don't know if you saw it in yourself a lot, but I definitely saw it. There was some fear of you wanted the product to be perfect.
I did, and I took all summer, so it was at this point, I think June till September, to really research, make sure that I had people edit it. Like, it really took a long time because I wanted it to be great. This is my first product. Like, I needed it to be perfect.
And again, for me, I think it was a lot of money that I was loaning to this company. I mean, it's our company, but I'm used to having a lot of control. Like if I create an Amazon product or I create anything in general, I want it to be, really good. And it's scary when you hand over that much money and you say, here's control of it. And I believed in the product. That's obviously why I did it. And because we waited so long to get the product up and running, we ended up having to pay for air shipping to try to get the product in time before the Christmas rush.
Yeah, and to the Kickstarter people. So at this point, they haven't even received the product yet.
Yeah.
And so we had to airship, which kind of increased the chances of it being damaged. A lot of the boxes kind of got tousled around.
A ton of the box. So that's another tip for you guys out there. If you are going to airship it and your product is something that could potentially get damaged, make sure you have them double box it, or I think that's what we ended up doing.
So we had a first round where it wasn't double boxed. We noticed how many damages there were.
It was like 1 in 5?
Inventory, 1 in 5.
Money gone. We couldn't do anything about
we contacted the manufacturer and we asked them, hey, let's do something else. Let's double box it. Let's make sure we're telling whoever is, I think it was FedEx or whoever brought it over.
DHL. DHL.
Hey, take extra precaution, right, fragile, whatever it is to really help, because that's a lot of lost money.
Yeah.
And a lot of time lost, because then I had to have the manufacturer send new lids, new boxes to replace everything, and it's just
So ultimately, because we waited so long, that cost me an extra few $1,000s in doing air shipping, which I don't necessarily recommend for your first product. It depends. It's a little bit easier.
How much time you have.
Because the sea shipping was kind of a pain in the butt, though, right? Or
only because not entirely. I thought it was going to be worse with all of the legal things,
stuff,
coming into the country and customs and all of that.
But you hired someone ultimately.
I hired someone, but it's still, you have to keep track of it, and it's also money. It was
still
over $1,000.
Yeah, I mean it's way cheaper though than air shipping.
Yeah.
Air shipping was I think maybe $2,000-$3,000 for the same amount that $1,000 was by sea.
And I'm still opening boxes. We have a ton of boxes that I haven't gone through yet, so I don't know how many damages are from the airship.
Yeah.
Way less.
So the sea shipping is way less than the air shipping as far as damage. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
But the mistake I want to leave you with is get on it quickly. Don't wait. And for us, we had the constraint of trying to get it in time for Christmas, which is why we paid for the air shipping.
Yeah.
The third and final mistake that we made with launching in the first month of this product, it's really my fault, I should take the blame for this. We ordered too much of the product. We ordered 2,000 units of our product, and we probably didn't need that much right away. And that's the reason that I ended up loaning the company money. And so by loaning the company money, we were able to produce more, which lowered our per unit cost. But it's also, if we would have produced less, I wouldn't have even needed to loan the company money. And
Yeah, and actually another thing about that, I would have liked less boxes too, because actually having the physical product, I realized there were some things I wanted to change.
Oh, that's a good
now
point.
I have to get through 2,000 units to
Yeah.
make those changes for my new run.
Yeah, that's another reason. Don't go so gung-ho. I was very gung-ho, because for me, I created my product that is selling. I'm making pretty good money from it. I mean, I quit my job 6 years ago, and I finally found what I consider this method, the passion product formula. And then my girlfriend comes to me and says, hey, I want to create passive income. And I'm like, 100% do this thing. It's gonna blow up from day one. And I probably should have been a little bit more cautious. I thought we were gonna sell 500 units at least during right before, the first month.
Yeah.
But we sold a lot less than that. So be careful. You can dip your toe in the water. You don't need to order a ton of units like we ordered 2,000 units right out of the gate. Overall, I'm extremely impressed with you, babe. I'm extremely impressed with Ariana for launching Vino Cards, which is her product. It's amazing. She created a product from scratch, and this was something that she wanted. It was basically, it's wine flashcards. It's like a wine tasting game, a wine course in flashcard form is what we call it. And there's nothing else like that out there. And that's what's interesting about creating a passion product is you create something that does not exist, and you don't have competition. You create a new category. So for that, I'm extremely proud of you. And yeah, and for anyone out there, if you want to create your own passion product, I have a video I'll put right over here on step-by-step how you can create your own passion product. I'm also going to be coming out with a course on how to do this. I'm working really hard. I'll be launching in a few months. If you want to get on the wait list, I'll put links up here. Other than that, guys, please subscribe, comment down below, and like this video. We'll be sharing more updates on how the product goes. Thank you for watching, and remember to enjoy the journey.